Hello everybody, it is I once again, your reigning and defending World Entertainment Champion of the entire world, and quite frankly the best thing to happen to the internet, Hardcore Harry. How the hell are you guys? I hope you're doing good. I'm doing pretty good. Sorry about the long delay in between videos again. I just haven't had a whole lot of time. I've been working a lot, taking a lot of overtime, trying to save up a little extra money before Disney, get a little more time off so I can take an even longer vacation too. So I've been working a lot, and I've been kind of lazy to a degree. I just haven't been super motivated. I haven't had anything that I super wanted to talk about particularly. I didn't want to do this again. This is going to be another getting to know me. I didn't want to do it, back to back. I was kind of hoping to have something in between, but whatever. It's what I have, and I want to talk about it, so we're going to talk about it. It's not going to be like the first one. It's not going to be quizzes this time. It's going to be a little story time. Now let me preface this by saying I hate bullying. I don't care for it. I do not like bullies. I do not like bullying. And I know when you think about bullying, you think back to school, the jock kids or whatever, or the goth kids, whoever at the time used to pick on you, just take your lunch money, push you around, make fun of you, whatever the case may be. I've been through it. I was bullied and picked on for most of my years of school, probably up until my last 2-3 years of high school. Even then there's still some, but at that point we all just kind of got along. That was a nice thing about my class. Like, we mostly all got along, even though there was picking on and stuff. We all got along. It's the other classes that I had to worry about in particular anyway. And another thing with it is we all do it. Like, we all have done it. We've all had it happen to us, and we've all done it to somebody else, and you don't really think about it when you're doing it. I'm not proud that I've done it, but it happens, and it probably will happen again. It just, sometimes it happens, but I'm talking about the serious bullying, and it's not just the stuff at high school. It's not just the stuff where people make you want to go home and kill yourself, the social media bullying and all that. Bullying is anything from, someone using a position of power to bully someone, such as our fine President Donald Trump, or someone using money to bully someone. Just anything that, that'd be like your managers at your jobs, or someone that has a higher position at a job. Like, I have had a job before where I had someone that chose a very asshole-ish way to try to tell me something, and it did not make me happy. I actually ended up going higher up. I don't like doing that. I really don't like rocking the boat, and I had just started at this job, but I ended up taking it higher up. I'm like, I really don't like the way they're talking to me. And it wasn't just about me. It was, this place has and still has had and still has a staffing issue. And it's things like that cause the staffing issue, because if you have someone like that, coming and being an asshole to everybody, why would you want to stick around? Like, if I didn't have thicker skin, I probably would have been gone, because it was completely uncalled for. I'm not going to go into it too much, but it is completely uncalled for. But yeah, so I don't care for bullying, and I advocate fighting back against it. It's not necessarily a physical thing. It's just standing up to a bully. And I know they say it's at school, not so much at school. They don't want you to stand up, because that's, not cool. It's not a good thing. Don't stand up to a bully, just ignore him. But the general cliche token thing is just stand up to him. And it's true. Most bullies back down when you stand up to them. Not all, though. Not all. You got to be prepared for a lot that just get angry and probably hit you. But you have to stand up to them. You have to let them know that you're not going to take it. And you can do that in any number of ways. Maybe you're not super brave and you can't do it. If that's the case, then you do it in a different way. You do it in some way. You get them in a way, even if they don't realize that you got them, it makes you feel good and it helps you get through it. And that brings me to a particular story time. And I know you guys are really probably looking forward to it, because the title's a little interesting, this video. So you're probably looking forward to this story. So the guy, we'll call him Z. I don't want to go into names. We'll call him Z. He used to pick on me a lot. He used to bully me a lot. This was in high school. We had a back path that I used to walk home on, because there were two ways to walk. Either walk down here, kind of walk up the main, I walk by the main road, super long way around, come back up the hill. So let's say, let's see if we can do it. Say my house is here, school's here, my house is, hold on, let me try this better. All right, so the school is here, my house is way up here. So the way around would be either come here, go the whole way around, and then back up. The whole hill the long way. Or there was a back path that was a steep hill, but once again, the school, my house, Yeah, I'd be doing that, right? Okay, so this is facing me is the back. This is weird, I know, and it's not working, but facing me is the back of the school. There's a back path. My house is up here. Boom, straight up the back path to my house. 15, 20-minute walk, or 30, 35, 40-minute walk, depending. So, of course, I went the shorter walk, but these goth kids that thought they were super dark and edgy used to hang out the top of the path, and they picked on the younger kids. And it was, I still to this day wish I was stronger in school. And I know it's not always the right thing, but I wish I was stronger and could have just punched the kid in his mouth and been done with it, but I wasn't. And it's not necessarily the best way to go about it anyway, but that's what I felt, and that's still kind of what I feel. Would have been awesome to just boom. But another thing with this kid was, they say he didn't feel pain. He actually enjoyed pain. He's a masochist, so anyone that tries to fight him, if you punch him, he loves it, and he gets all excited. So it sucked. On top of this kid being older and stronger and bigger than me, he was also apparently invincible. I think that was just a story that was told. I don't think he really was, but as a kid, I kind of believed that shit. So him and his group of friends were up there. They used to pick on me, mainly him. I'd stop and grab a pop. Stop and grab Mountain Dew every day. Still remember, I got myself a Mountain Dew out of the machine every day on the way home. So walking up the hill, he'd see me with it and take it. Every time. Every single time. And it really sucked. It really sucked a lot. So it became either go the long way around, which, despite not wanting to stand up for myself then, I still didn't. I had too much pride to be like, I'm not going an extra 20 minutes out of my way just to go around this kid. Another option, which I also never did, would be to just chug my pop and, oh, I'm sorry, I don't have it. But I wanted the pop the whole way because it's a pretty steep hill. And also, I think I was scared to a degree because if I didn't have a pop, if I didn't have something to give him, what would happen then? If he stopped me to try to take something from me and I didn't have it, what would happen then? And let me tell you what would happen then, because it did happen eventually. So one day when I did it, one of his little female friends started bullying me, and I didn't want to hit a girl because that's what we're taught, and I just didn't want to hit anybody anyway. So she's trying to low blow me, she's trying to push me around. She knocked my backpack off, tried going through it to see if I had a pop hidden in there, and I had friends standing around, did nothing. Friends in that group, they did absolutely nothing about it, just let it happen. One of them felt bad, and eventually one of the other girls felt bad and eventually helped me pick my stuff up, but she didn't do anything at the time, so that was fun. Didn't stop there because I was in JROTC for 1 year before I realized how stupid it was, just because I didn't want to take my shirt off in swimming class. So I ended up they put me in both because that's how great our education system was. They put me in both, and then halfway through the year they said, we realized we messed up, we can take you out of gym and swimming. I was like, can you just take me out of JROTC? I'd rather do that. They wouldn't do that, so I had to finish out the year, but I'm glad I'm glad they messed up because I at least realized how easy gym and swimming was and whatever. I was fat, had titties, okay, sucks, whatever. So in JROTC, they had other friends there. These JROTC's full assholes. Sorry to anybody that's in it, but if you're not an asshole, you know that you have other assholes in your group, and you probably defend them because, we're all family, just like the real military. Well, you're not. You're all a bunch of assholes. So, once again, sorry to offend you if you're in it, but I was in it too, and I saw firsthand. So, this girl was also in JROTC. And, so there's one guy there who was like, oh, I heard you got someone I thought was actually kind of a cool person. Like, I didn't mind talking to him. After that, I realized he's another asshole. But I was, I heard you got picked on, got pushed around by a girl. You better not have fought back. And I'm like, no, I didn't, because I don't want to hit a girl. Like, good, because if you ever found out you hit a girl, I'd beat your ass. I'm like, well, I didn't. So And then he's like, you got beat up by a girl, you pussy. I'm like, okay, so I got beat up by a girl. So that's funny to make fun of me for, but if I would have fought back, God forbid, right? So it's some redneck dickhead asshole shit that just really pissed me off. So that was hard, because it became not just the back path thing, it became into my, my school life, and that sucked. So like I said, I wasn't, one way you can do it is by standing up to him and saying no, but I wasn't brave. I was not brave enough to stand up for myself, and I realized that. So instead of that, I kind of got him back a different way. And it was a way that made me feel a lot better. Did it stop him? No, it didn't. He may not have even realized what happened, but it made me feel a lot better. So it helped me get through it. So got a bottle of Mountain Dew, drank about half of it, went to the bathroom, went to the stall, unscrewed the lid, boom, filled the bottle up, took myself a little a piss right in the bottle. I know that sounds gross, but you know what? I was pissed off. I didn't know what else to do, so I did that. Looking up the hill, walk up the back path. There he is. There he is. I didn't feel like the whole way up, because if it was a full bottle of pop, in my mind, like, oh, it's open, but it's full, there's something up. So I left enough, empty at the top where it looks like I drank some. So I get up to the back path. He's like, oh, where's my drink? I'll pay the toll. Here you go, asshole, enjoy. Big ass sip of it. It took everything I had not to smirk. It took everything I had not to put a smile on my face, but it was great. All right, move along. I'll see you tomorrow. Like, you will, you son of a bitch. I didn't do it every day, but that one time I did it. That one time I one-upped him, and it felt great. So that's what I mean by, if you're not brave enough to stand up, do something that gets them and gets you through the day. Eventually, one of my friends at the time, who was friends with him, realized what was happening. He didn't know, so he realized what was happening, found out what was happening. He was like, hey, could you just lay off him? You don't need to take anything from him. He's a good kid. And so they stopped. So it got better there. Years after high school, I found out that Z ended up committing suicide. So, and I felt weird. Like, it's hard to explain how I felt. To a degree, I was like, man, that sucks, because a lot of people from my high school died after graduation, and not long after graduation. So it was hard to a degree, because I'm like, another person from high school just, lost, another life wasted. And to a degree, I was like, well, this is going to sound mean, but to a degree, I was like, well, he got what he deserved. Because it wasn't just me he picked on other people. He made other people feel like shit, and he probably made other people feel like killing themselves. So to a degree, I was just like, you know what, I was cold, and I'm like, I don't care. Good. Fuck him. Sounds great. But, my higher thought processes came through, and I was like, well, maybe that's the reason why he was an asshole. Maybe that's why he picked on everybody. Maybe he had things going on at home. Maybe he had things going on in his life that he didn't know how to express, how to properly have an outlet for, so he just picked on people. And maybe that was his outlet for it. Maybe that was how he felt better about things. And, that made me feel a little bad about my original reaction, but it makes me think just then and today, with all kinds of things going on with people, if you have a problem, if you feel suicidal, if you feel like harming yourself, anything like this, if you have a problem, seek out help. Just talk to somebody, even just a friend, a family, a loved one. Talk to somebody. Find somebody you can talk to. Don't be destructive, because you might be messing with somebody else's life too. You might be making somebody else feel the way that you feel, and that, I know, in a lot of people's minds, it's that anger and that rage is there. It's like, well, if I feel like this, everybody should feel like this. Why am I the only one that feels like this? I know it's hard, but don't try to get rid of the rage, try to get rid of the anger, because you're not the only one that feels like it, and you're not the only one that's been through it and has seen the light at the end of the tunnel, has come through to the other side of it, and you can do the same. So just talk to somebody, find some help. Don't use it in a negative, destructive way. Find a way to be constructive about it. If you're a big, strong, bully type, use the experiences that have made you the way you are. Use those experiences to help someone else who's going through the same thing, and in turn help yourself, because you're doing something that'll make you feel good. So don't be destructive. Just reach out and find help. There is help out there. You don't have to go through it alone, and you don't have to pick on other people. So find help, because there is help. Sorry, I got a little deep, guys, but something that still I remember to this day. It's rough. Sometimes I love high school overall. Like, there's days I'm like, I wish I could go back to high school, but overall, like, there are a lot of things about my high school life I would want to change, and I shouldn't want that. Nobody should have to want to change the experience they had in high school. But, it is what it is. I know that the things I went through kind of helped me become who I am today, so I'm glad for it. But, there are things that I wish would have went different, But it is what it is. Like I said, just something I was thinking about, and I want you guys to get to know me, and I want to get to know me more. So that's the reason why I don't like bullying, and that's why I will stand up the way that I can. And I'm not always the bravest. I'm not always good at confrontation and standing up, but I will do it in a way. However way I can, I will do it. So I urge you guys to do the same thing. And if you see someone else who's not strong enough to stand up for them. Help them out. Anywhere from high school to the workplace to the real world outside of work. Help someone out, because they might need it. They might need it more than you realize. But anyway, I think that's it. I think that's all the deep talk today. This is getting longer than I wanted to, again, just like the last one, but hey, whatever. It is what it is. Sometimes these long ones are needed. So thank you guys for watching, as always. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Let's see. Let's go through it. It's been a while since I've done this. It's been a while since I've recorded now, so let's get the outro down. First off, you want a super cool pair of these sunglasses, go to the link in the description down below of the video, and use code hardcore15 for 15% off your order. And doing it from the link actually helps me out. So do that, and that helps. Thank you. Don't dislike, because if you dislike, you're an asshole bully, and you don't want to do that. So don't dislike. Good karma. Likes only. Comment. Let me know of any experiences you've had with bullying, and what you've done to overcome them, or if you were a bully, how you changed it, how you came out for the better. What else? Share, because sharing is caring, and sharing really helps me get out there. More importantly than any of that, don't just have a great day. Have a hardcore day. Just hold on. Let's try it again. This was kind of in the way. More importantly than any of that, don't just have a great day. Have a hardcore day. Much better.